Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to the stream. My name's Alckemy. Today, we're just going to be kicking it. I don't know who's going to come in, but I'm just going to kind of hang out for a bit, share with the Discord that I'm live, and maybe do some small amounts of sound design or something of the sort. It's Saturday, December 16th, and I don't really have anything planned, but I do kind of just want to hang out for a bit and kick it with the community and maybe get some stuff going. So while we wait for some people to come in, I'm going to perhaps open this project just a quick second, and I think that I'm going to create not a new version, but I'm going to do a couple of things to this before we just get to hanging out. Hey, ISO, what's up? How do I say that? Prodbokes? Ping pong? What's up? Hey, Scurry, what's up? Give me just 1 second. I'm trying to find this tune that we worked on. We started a tune yesterday. Well, we didn't start a tune yesterday. I actually opened up a project from 2020, and this project is kind of very like special to me. So I'm really happy to be kind of doing that. Oh shit, hold on, let me close this out. I need to disconnect my Syntact and plug in my hard drive for this. Let's try that again. Just give it a couple of seconds, and then when we upload this, as soon as that comes up, we should do that. I forgot that this has all my contact shit in it, so I need to get that updated or get that plugged in, because when it's unplugged, I cannot use all of my contact stuff. Hola, moin, hello. How are you guys? What's up? I'm going to be doing like some very small fixes with this in particular, but I'm not really going to be doing crazy production stuff today. I just don't want to. I'm not burnt out, but I think that I've hit my cap for the week. So we're just going to be kind of having a chat and stuff and see what's going on. I do have a question for you. What is, like, if you've purchased something this year for music production, whether it be like gear or hardware, like what has been your favorite purchase, or like what has been the biggest and like most valuable thing that you've acquired? Just as a topic for ice breaking. Okay, I think that this should be fixed now, I hope. Shit. Oh no. Oh noes. Okay, it's there. Rolling sampler. That might be the biggest one. That might be like the biggest thing. Yeah, 100%. Wow, I wasn't. How did that slip my mind? Probably rolling sampler has been such a fucking blessing. In fact, I might email Birds things and be like, "Yo, is there any way that you could develop like a or not a Mac version, but like an iPad version?" Dawson Colt, oddly enough, just different kinds of synths, not all usable, but some of it is good. So is it just like different timbres, or like what about it like what about it resonates with you? What if we did like some kind of filter on this or something? I keep hearing really good things about Dawson, but Pulse, perhaps Teeth, maybe like a 16th note. Let's turn that on. Turn that down. That was sick. Speaking of rolling sampler, let's pull that up and move this over here. That was really cool. I think, yeah, most likely for me, rolling sampler would be the biggest one, and then another really big surprise for me was actually the Oxy One sequencer. That thing was so fucking cool, or is so fucking cool. Speaking of cool, that sound is awesome. What's going on here though? Is it too fast or? Yo, Salem. Or is it Solemn, or how do I say it? Forgive me if I'm butchering your name. It's math functions on the inside, something about strange attractors, just different sounds. Yeah, that's neat. I feel that. Filter plus might not be the move for this. It could be just the regular filter, perhaps, with an LFO. That's fine. It's a dummy account either way. Oh, okay. Well, I mean, what should I call you then? And why are you being so secretive on a dummy account? Fine then, keep your secrets. You can call me Sir if you like, but no need to remember. No need to remember. By the time I'm done with you, you won't remember anything anyway. I think I need a classic LFO. Real good to sample and combine with something else. Their interface is odd, but not glitch machines, unintuitive. No, I think the Dawsome stuff, like it all looks really attractive. Like I almost even considered getting their was it STFU or something, or some kind of like cheeky thing for their FM synth. I don't think that it did quite what I needed it to, but I did consider that because it did look pretty cool. So like a 1/8. All right. I was hoping that was going to do something cool, but maybe we can kind of fix some of it with a Pro Q and just kind of leave that in the background or something. There is Love Effect plugin, which is not... Oh, Love is an effect? Yeah, F 'em. The fuck 'em. That seems pretty cool. Oh, really? That's dope. I'm gonna have to record that one more time. Sorry. There we go. Hey, Aerofoil. I feel like I haven't seen you in a while. How are you doing? Wait, there was drums over that? Whatever. That's okay. So now we can kind of just, I think, turn this off. Maybe save some CPU. Some CPU. And then I needed to fix this. That needs to be just a little bit earlier. Man, this song is so pretty. So what I kind of want to do with this is to create a little bit of contrast in here. So and start to kind of duck everything. What is this? Oh, I forgot about this thing. Okay. Yeah, what other good gear came out this year? I know that it's not new, but I made quite a few purchases. I got XO, which was really cool. Wait, no. Sorry, not XO. Scalar 2 was dope. We got Atlas 2, which I really like. The Syntax was awesome. I got an iPad this year. I don't know. I think I put out like 3 or 4 packs on the website, and they did pretty well. And then like all the money that I made off of that just went right back into the channel, which is cool. I really like doing that, and I hope that I can continue to sustain that because it helps keep the channel interesting, I feel. Also, thank you guys, anybody and everybody that's supported me, whether it be just fucking liking a video or throwing a comment on this or sharing it with somebody or being a member or buying a preset pack or something. I've got a lot to be grateful for, so I really appreciate that, everybody. I'm not trying to be all sentimenty, but not trying to be senti and minty. Wait, what is this? Oh, wow. Thrill? Holy shit. So maybe it would be kind of cool to... Let's see what that sounds like. There's a bunch of tracks in here that I wasn't even aware of that I was using. From NI. I wanted to fix that too. So I'll most likely, I'll probably do that here. Maybe I'll use Volcano. So that way I can just use a bunch of these together. But let's go clean. Is there a way to link these together? I thought there was. There used to be in Volcano 2. To where I could just like shift everything. Wait, if I just... What if I go right click, disable shape slope? Yo, Chris, what's up, bro? How are you? I don't think that there is a way. That's like, I'm hoping that in 2024 FabFilter 2 releases. Did I just say FabFilter 2? I hope that FabFilter releases Pro Q4 that actually has like linking like that, because it's a pain in the ass to deal with. Oh, why don't I use MorphiQ? There we go. You just be lazy. Maybe just 2 movements or wow, 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 or something like that. And do this. For as much shit as I've given Morphe Q, for this particular situation, it's actually pretty handy. This is why it's important to like take every content creator's opinion with a grain of salt. Okay, where do I want this to end up? I'm not gonna lie, I was kind of salty that it does not have modulators built into it, and I think that for like not a lot of stuff, but quite a few things in here are kind of counterintuitive as to what it was designed for. Whereas I think that a lot of people would do this by hand, as opposed to like just create a cycle like this or something. But no, I'm coming to respect it more and more. This is kind of odd that yeah, it's kind of odd that it doesn't come with modulators. I don't know. I've actually recently come into contact with the dev of Minimal Audio, and we've had a lot of really good chats, and he's doing really good things. There we go. I just wanted that to be like a little bit softer, I guess. I might even do a couple more. No, I don't need to do that. I might even do a couple more filters on this to peak, notch. Let's go here and then back. How are you guys doing? For everybody that's just coming in, maybe something like that. And then maybe with this, we're gonna move this a little bit lower. There we go. Let's see what that does. Throw in some phase plant and some good sound design, and you can make some really awesome tracks. I do a lot of messing with native instruments. Mysteria, Thrill, and Heaviosity's Damage 2 are incredibly powerful trio for dark game action music. I do have Damage 1, and actually I made... That used to be my go-to. Like, I've used that on a lot of tracks back then. Hey, Aro, long time no see. Maybe it hasn't been that long. I feel like I haven't seen you in a while, though. But I really just don't like native instruments and using Contact. That shit drives me bonkers. Yo, Aaron, what's up? How are you? All good, and you, boss? Yeah, I've been a bit busy. Love Damage. Still, it's good to see you. That's not bad, but I think that I might have gone a little bit too low, so... Excuse me. Maybe back up? Is a lot better, but it has its own quirks. I will agree, though. Thrill, Mysteria, and Noir, they are all from Galaxy Instruments. Hey, Emil. Am I ready for Christmas? Got any plans? Well, I was going to go home for Christmas, but we couldn't muster the tickets, so I think that we're actually going to go to 18 Hands house, Jordan, and Corey and I are going to go hang out with him and his partner and just kick it for a bit. We've got another really cool tune that we started together that I need to open up and put some work into. I'm not going to do it today. Maybe I'll do it Monday. That's right. I had that wrong. Native Instruments sells it on their site. Hope you have a good visit. Yeah, I hope that you guys have a good holidays too. I don't know. I just as like a... I don't mean this as like a victim mentality thing, but I have a tendency to like really have to manage my seasonal depression. And things are really good right now. I'm really lucky, really blessed, but it's just something that I have and that I deal with. So I have to like try to put a lot more effort into like being present and basically not being a fucking asshole than normal at the end of the year. So that's kind of something. And I tend to want to just be like a recluse and not want to do anything. And so luckily I have somebody this year. And I have had somebody the past few years, but there's also been some years to where I'm just like, I'm not doing shit for Christmas. So just want to like stay in bed and stuff. And I think that's like my own thing that I have to manage and deal with. But yeah, I'm sure that a lot of people definitely have to deal with that. And I feel for you if you got that going on. But no, like, you know, Corey tells me stuff that like she wants to do, and she's really into the holidays and I'm not. And I think that it's nice, even though like I don't want to like necessarily do those things. I'm glad that she convinces me to go, because even though they're not things that I want to do, they're things that make her happy. And you know what I mean? Like like I said, I don't want to be a selfish asshole. So it's a good time to just be like, okay, well, like let go of me for a bit and just, you know, like she wants to go to the Bellagio to go look at some exhibits. And tonight we're going to go see a comedian. I don't remember her name, but it's somebody that Corey's really into, and that makes her happy, you know? So that's something that is important to me, of just small things, right? But yeah, I don't know. Holidays can relate there. A few family members are dealing with some health struggles this year. My uncle's aunt has pancreatic cancer, just not super cheery at the moment. Oh, I'm so sorry, man. That's terrible. My grandmother's cancer came back too, and she's doing really well. And they put her on this medication that blocks her estrogen. And I'm like, fuck, I need to go home for Christmas. But like I said, the tickets are just kind of like ridiculous. So I'm trying to plan his wife, not aunt. No, that's okay. I get you though. An early trip to go see her. As soon as she was re-diagnosed with it, I went out to go fly and visit with her. But you know what I'm saying? It's just like, I don't know. Life is interesting, for sure. Cancer sucks, man. Fuck cancer. That shit's terrible. But that doesn't make life bad by any means. It's a part of life, I guess, now, unfortunately. But, you know, shit. So make the best of it. So this would be really cool to I think I'm going to delete this, move this over. Boom. Yeah, maybe just create some kind of reverb hit or something to and maybe something like this. Who texting me? $2? What's that? My brother just bombed his semester of classes. I can't really help all that much. I'm not looking forward to that mushroom cloud. I know he's stressed out. Yeah, that's a lot, man. I'm sorry to hear. Especially if they're trying. That's got to be rough. I'm sorry. I don't really want to talk politics or anything, but goddamn, the educational system is fucked. Yeah, general life stresses. You know, I don't know. I mean, we also just had the events that happened at UNLV, and it's like, count your blessings, right? Yeah, that's fucked, man. We have a friend that just got her engineering degree. Wait, not her degree, but she got licensed for something, and she had a 2-day test. I think that was like 8 hours each. And I was just like, holy fucking shit. 8 hours each and no graphing calculator. day of 8 hours, right? It's like, what the hell? I really would like to perhaps put a shimmer on this, because that might be nice. Cybersecurity certs take 48 hours as well. Oh my god, man. Dude, fucking that's so crazy. Like, I'm so disappointed with education. Like, I guess I went to college for 3 years and I have a shit ton of credits that I'm sure that, you know, at least in a year or so I could probably at the very least get like an associate's degree or something. But the cost of education versus the benefit and the reward, and then like the resurgence of skills and how trades have become huge in today's I think economy. And I could just be talking out from my ass or whatever, but it's like you go to school and you know, you pay by student loans for a doctorate degree, and then you spend the rest of your life trying to pay it off. And like, it's cool because you kind of have money, you know, you have a better quality of life, but you're always in debt. And it's like, there's no right or wrong, but it's like, what do you want to do? And how do you want to manage that? And is that, you know, a burden that you're willing to take? But fuck, man, you know, $100,000 and student loans and shit. Sometimes more. And that's if you pass all your classes. Whew. Oh, man. It just, I don't know. I graduated with a computer science degree from North Carolina State. They keep asking me for my alumni donations. Like, I still ain't paying the other half of my loans. They still also keep adding JR to the end of my name. That's fucking annoying. Just do certificates. Yeah, driving to a Christmas party, so gonna dip for the rest of the stream. Yo, be safe, dude. Enjoy your party. Also, hi, Arkin. Yeah, I mean, I guess, like, what did I do? You know, I went to college for a bit, but then I got into the martial arts thing, and I ran a school for a little while, and how long did that take me? I have two quote-unquote black belts, or two instructorship degrees, if you will. So the first one took me 4 years, and then the second one took me 6. And the second black belt test, which was same school but different, like different art, different discipline, that was also a 2-day test. The first day was 3 hours, the second day was like 6, and then that sent me to the hospital. So I guess if you think about it, like it's not that much different. And I guess you could probably do like taekwondo or something, you know, and get your black belt in 2 years or whatever, and potentially make more money even. But yeah, like, fuck, now that I think about it, like, that was a lot of work, you know, a lot of studying, and a lot of different stuff, a different kind of academia. But you know, and I wouldn't go and say like, oh, my degree is equivalent to a bachelor's or anything, but fuck, I had to take an ass beating, which a lot of people aren't willing to do. So, oh yeah, I loved it. I still do. And I have, like, I don't mean this as a means to brag, but like, I have knowledge that very few people on this planet have. And also the relationship that I built with my instructor. In a lot of cases, like, I wouldn't call him like my dad or anything, but I'd call him like an uncle or something, you know, a mentor, for sure a mentor. But we have a great relationship, and we are constantly like challenging each other, even though he's in Canada now and I'm over here in Vegas. And that's pretty important to me as well, you know. I mean, toss all the quote-unquote fighting stuff out of the window. That's not really important, but just having a piece of history, you know what I mean, like embedded within me, is a beautiful thing. And I still want to do something with it, but I guess my problem that I ran into was like, I feel like it's a dying art, and I got tired of trying to convince people that new timeouts, Winky. Yeah, I got tired of trying to convince people that it was important. You know, like, same thing with music production. Like, I'm so lucky to have you all, because if I was spending all this time trying to like convince people that what I was doing is cool or what I was doing was worthwhile, and I wasn't getting anywhere with it, I probably wouldn't have stuck with it. So the fact that, you know, YouTube gave me just a small And when I say small, like it's big to me, but small to YouTube. Like just a small little boost in saying, hey, this guy has a cool video, which was what, the comprehensive guide to neurobase. Like, you know, one company, I pretty much, like, a chain of events helped me actually establish this, like, this quote unquote career path. And I say career path because I've been doing it for 5 years now, right? But taking lessons with Frequent was one of the best decisions that I ever made, both for my music and also for sound design. It's okay. I'm just glad people are here. They don't have to like the video. Thank you guys for being here. But Kilohearts also, like, I feel like they gave me a really big chance, and they allowed me to come up with this product that kind of changed my life, right? Like Eternum and then now Requiem, those presets. Do I ever go back to Ableton? Only if I have to work within video, because Bitwig doesn't support video. I checked out Live 12. Well, I looked at Live 12 and I try to stay updated with the features that it has. Actually, that's not true. I was in Ableton like a week ago because 18 Hands uses Ableton, and yeah, I still know it really well. I'm just way more proficient. You guys are so kind. Thank you. It's okay. You don't have to like the video. I'm just here to kick it today. I'm really not even doing anything important. I'm just here to hang out with you all and to just be someone that you all can talk to. Remember you mentioned taking lessons from a guy named Cage. Is it spelled Kage? Yes. Getting featured on Vision Radio, and was wondering, yeah, that's him. That's him. Yo, Philippe, what's up, bro? But for creative stuff, I prefer Bitwig. Yes, I do. Like it or time out? No, don't do that. Yeah, that's him. That's the dude you're talking about. I'm really lucky. Him and I have become pretty good friends. Internet friends, if you will. Not to be confused with Knife Party, but no, him and I have become really good friends, and we have chats every once in a while, and we talk about just kind of what he's doing and what he's up to. But I was talking about yesterday, because Zane Wolf was in the chat. I don't know if you all know Zane, but he's a lovely person. But Cage introduced me to Zane, and Zane introduced me to some other people. And yeah, like I said, man, I've just been really lucky to just be able to talk to people and stuff. And I don't know, I feel like we're all heading in a pretty positive direction and whatnot. I guess I'm kind of just reflecting and wanting to make sure that I'm grateful for what I have, and also grateful for you all. Yeah, his latest EP is incredible. I'll tell him you said that for sure. I don't even remember what I was doing. I was going to create a shimmer reverb. If anybody's just coming in, thank you so much for stopping in and seeing what's going on in the channel. We're kind of just, I'm like dabbling with this project, not really trying to rush it or anything. But what we're doing is I came back to this project that I started in 2020 and haven't touched it since. And then I'm like, okay, it's time. So we're kind of just visiting with it and trying to hopefully finish it. Oi! Hey, Em. I think that I want to do some volume automation right there. Which I think would be nice, because I wanted to kind of maybe just like 4 dB or so, and then bring that back up. Okay, that wasn't as dramatic as I thought it was going to be. We need the drama. I need y'all to help me be the drama llama, but and then maybe Maybe something like that. This pad, man. Yeah, that's nice. I do think that I kind of want to rework this section too, which I don't know if I'm going to do it today, but I do want to try to give this a little bit more. Oh, that's layered. Give that a little bit more like boom. So maybe something like. And then probably just put a kick right there or something. Yeah, so I didn't realize this, but there actually is that. But I put a kick over these, so. Okay, that fixes the problem. This tune is so pretty, man. I do want it to be a little bit louder and a little bit more like up front. But I don't want it to... Parallel compression on the master. My boy. It's already there. Yo, GB, what's up? For any of you guys that were just coming in, the first topic of so I think Corey's gonna put some opera over this at some point, high deficit. But she'll put some opera over this towards the second part, and I already asked her and she agreed to it, which is going to be lovely. I think that I'm probably going to try to spruce up the drums a bit. So what I'm likely to do hi sorry, is I don't know why I read it like that. I apologize. Did I make the melody from scratch? Yeah, I made all of this. Nothing is sampled. And it's either some kind of resample or whatever. But way back in 2020, Avin gave me some kind of challenge to make a song with a chord progression or whatever. And I think the original, let me see. This was the original tune. It was very basic, and we actually have done a lot to this so far. Avin challenge. Oh, that's the bad one. Yeah, so this was the original. It sounds so smooth. Thank you. I made this during COVID, and yeah, it was just this at first. And so it was a lot more simplistic, but I've been trying to just like add small and little things to this without changing the vibe, because I don't really I make IDM, but I usually make heavy IDM, And this just has this softness to it that I'm trying to dance around. I don't know if that makes sense or not, but I kind of want it to be something that still has a little bit of oomph, but still has that somberness to it. How do I come up with melodies? That's a I'm going to link you to a tune, or I'm going to link you to a video, because I think that's the best way to describe. Actman is live with 7,500 people watching. Congrats, Actman. You deserve it. You're a fucking G. Is it all just theory? Am I inspired from other artists? I have almost zero theory, but I have this video called The Ultimate Melody Hacks or something. Where is it? Power of beatboxing. How to prepare, 30-day challenge. Let's try this again. Ultimate melody hacks. So here's an hour masterclass over every single way that I have learned to come up with melodies. What I do right now mostly is I use the Oxy One sequencer. Hey Steve, how are you? And again, thank you everybody for coming in. But this is like every kind of like way that I've hacked my way into melodies. It's very rare that I'll just be like, oh, I have a chord progression in mind or something and try to finagle, but I have like every single kind of tool that somebody could use that like avoids music theory. So my favorite is the Oxy One sequencer, or just having a sequencer in general. It's a really awesome way to come up with stuff. Most of my music just is not melodic, to be honest. This is a not a rare, but an uncommon thing. Just home from work, cold brew, waiting on hockey. Let's go. Who are you waiting to watch? But sometimes I'll just finagle with my keyboard. Sometimes I'll try to write a melody and then write chords to it. In my opinion, like if you're writing melodies yourself, or you're trying to come up with a chord progression yourself, what I actually think is probably the most useful is to come up with a melody and then come up with another melody on top of it and come up with another melody on top of it. New York Islanders in town. Awesome. You're just gonna watch them on the telly? Like, what is this? Oh, that's a bass. Okay. I struggle a lot with coming up with new song ideas, and I was wondering if something is wrong with my brain. So my advice to you is to start, instead of thinking of melody, well, depending on what you make, one of the biggest things that helped me was to start thinking of rhythm, right? Because if you can come up with an interesting rhythm, then the melody almost always works. So let me save this real quick just in case if I do something stupid, but which is probably a high chance. So let's say you just start with something that's kind of like a sine wave. I'm having a very hard time finishing up my projects. I can't finish it all at once, but never feel like coming back to anything. Dude, that's how I am. Like, this project is an anomaly. It's 3 years old, and I was like, I don't know, maybe it was just the vibe of it that I wanted to come back to, but this is probably the only project that I've put away for years and have actually come back to. I was at the game Wednesday. 36-year-old Sydney Crossby beat us with a 2-goal-point 3-point night. Is there anything in particular that stands out to you that you like about hockey? I'm not really a sports person. I used to be really into basketball. I played in high school, and like I was like one of those dumb kids that wanted to be in the NBA. But after that, and the community and the culture of competitive sports, I just decided to get into tricking and martial arts. No, it's not just you. So here's the thing. If you can come up with some kind of interesting rhythm for your melody, like pick a key, right? So I don't know, give me any key, preferably in minor, because I don't like working in major keys, but anybody give me a key. F. Okay, so F, right? So even if you just start here, and you turn on the metronome, so like a There's something like this, right? Some kind of phrase that can repeat. This is where I would start. You grew up near Montreal. Oh, okay. French Canadian. To 79 in those winters, Canadians won the cup 8 times. Yeah, okay, say no more. Oops. And then maybe something like this. So what you can do with this is to formulate everything into like F minor. And then you can literally kind of just say, all right, I'm going to take the rhythm and come up with something different. Even just this, right? Like this is something that's super memorable, very basic, but audiation and singing things out is, if you can sing a melody, that's also so super duper helpful. But so now behind this, we can start to just add stuff over this, right? That's in F. So and hopefully this can kind of give you some intuition building for how to like create chords and stuff, but like just coming up with melodies on top of the melodies generally is super helpful. And I'm not saying that what I'm making right now is the most interesting, but as opposed to being like, oh, I need to think in triads or have like sustained 2 chords or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Like it's not, you don't have to do that, but just kind of listening to it like this. Oh, that's F, sorry. G sharp, do C, C sharp. So we can go down to C maybe. Do. And then maybe we can come up with like, then if you have the wherewithal for like creating like a 7th chord or something, sometimes that can be helpful. And then sometimes you can just kind of keep this and create a melody over this. But once you have something like that, now what we can do is just change this. So, you know, I'm just going to come up to something different perhaps of, let's see what this sounds like now. But yeah, I really feel like if you don't know chords and stuff, just coming up with melodies on top of the same key is one of the best ways to do this. But now it seems more about sound design. No, because we started with sine waves, remember? Like we just started with, you know, you like just pull up a supersaw or something. And then one way that you can hack this is sometimes doing this. Just adding a 5th. let's go ahead and create an octave out of this, and then just but I mean, yeah, you know, saws sound great, and you don't have to like do a whole lot to it, or you can mix it up, right, with triangles or something. That sounds really nice. You could even use like a pitch shifter or something to pull some of this up. So but yeah, so when it comes into melodies and stuff, like just maybe spending a day can sometimes be super helpful in doing that. And then maybe like, you know, you don't want to do anything with this, but you just save it like that, F minor progression, and then now that clip is saved. So even though I'm not going to use this right now, you know what I mean? Like you can just spend time doing that. But instead of trying to actually just like write chord by chord, write your melody out. And depending on what scale you write in, like you can even break the scale, right? Because that ends up still becoming useful. Or I guess one other thing is like if you have a chord, so I taught this in the jungle production, but so if we just take this chord, these are all really good questions, by the way, and I hear you when it comes into melodies. For me, it wasn't like my issues weren't really, I guess they were at some point, but I don't struggle with it nearly as much as I do now. But so check this out. This is in C. Let me see what the root note of this is. D sharp, of course, Ian, duh. So now what we can do is we can actually just play like a chord progression, or like, sorry, just a melody, but with this chord. So actually, let me make this like super lush and stuff, so that way it seems impressive. Wink, wink. But check this out. Oh yeah. You get what I mean? So like doing stuff like that, this is like how I make like jungle chords and stuff. So that's a really easy way to come up with things. But the way that I make music now is I use a sequencer to just come up with a regular melody as a whole. I don't even write chord progressions. And what I'll do is I'll loop a melody. Yeah, you got to kind of, one of the biggest pieces of advice that I can give you for, especially like depending on where you are in music, is when it's time to write, turn the music off. He just used a preset with a lot of expression because of the movement. It's not necessarily, yeah, I agree with you, Philippe. Thank you for the likes, everybody. But yeah, so gotta go. Great stream. Yo, GB, thanks for coming in. I appreciate it. Sorry if I'm being boring or something. I'm just trying to talk with chat and answer questions. Hey, Davey, sorry I didn't see you. What's up? Did I say hi to everybody? I think I did. But yeah, so what was I talking about? Yeah, turning the music off is really important. Like there was a time that I was listening to Saruta like every day, just trying to study. And I noticed that I started trying to get too close to his music to the point that I didn't want to write if it didn't sound like him. Yeah, dude, thank you. Thank you for your time. Thank you everybody for coming in and hanging out with me for a bit. So turn the music off and focus on, like, there is a time to reference. I listen to a lot of Lorne. I just put up a video about Lorne. I don't know if you've seen it or not, but I use the sequencer to come up with the melody, and then I use the analog heat and stuff to come up with some of the timbres and textures and stuff. But I think the hardest part for me was aesthetic. And then once I had the aesthetic, I didn't know what to do with the aesthetic. And so it wasn't until I did a couple of lessons with some people that were like key turning points. Yo, thank you so much for the follow. Who was that? Ollie, thank you. I stopped trying to imitate. I never gonna get their technique anyways. Even if you do your own stuff, I like it myself. I think one way that you can get close is to actually just reach out to people. I've reached out to so many people for lessons, and I'm happy to pay them for their time and all that. And I'm lucky enough to be in a position to where I can afford it. But like if it's a priority to you, I think that you can find a way, or at least just like try to establish a connection, right? Like even if you can't get a lesson in, hey, Beatmet, what's up? Even if you can't afford a lesson, just asking them some general questions or trying to work out a deal, or, even just being like, hey, keep me in the back of your head, and, do some kind of thing to where it's like, maybe you can't afford a single lesson, but if you buy in bulk, you might be able to get a cheaper discount or something. I do that. If you buy like multiple lessons from me, then I'll give you like, if you pay for 4 lessons, then I'll give you the 5th one free. Like I do that with people. Because it's not about the money. It's about people that are really serious about wanting to get better and me investing my time into them. And I think a lot of times people want to share their information. It needs to be worth their time. For me, like I'm a YouTuber. People don't even know me for my music. So I have to play a different game where I'm constantly giving information out and constantly trying to learn new things. But there's a lot of benefit from that because I got to keep getting better. If I'm not getting better, then the channel doesn't do well and my music doesn't do well. So, you know what I mean? It's kind of like this checks and balances thing. And plus, I don't know. I just love improving. I love learning. I recently bought a Syntakt. I figured it out in a day. What's my lesson rate? $40 a session. And I say $40 a session. That means that it guarantees an hour. And usually we go over because it's not about the time. It's about like I don't know. A lot of times people ask me about like something and then I just go off in the deep end. But I don't know. Maybe I should be better about boundaries. But no, like I like teaching. That's why I'm here, right? I like teaching. I like learning, and I like to just share with the community and help continue to build the community. I've made some really great friends from that. Both that are, famous, quote unquote, and both people that are kind of like newer to production that have come a long way. And I think that there's a spot for everybody here. Yeah, that's why I'm live. Like there are some times when I'm producing or something where I'm like, yo, I gotta focus. But like for the most part, that's why I'm live is to just chat it up with people like you. I might not teach you all of my secrets of how to make my best banger drums or something, but I do want to help point you in the right direction and give you options to explore. My instructor has this saying, your success is my success. And I firmly believe that if I can help you become successful, I think that most people are willing to kind of give back in that way, even if it's in a small or indirect way. So yeah, I don't know. I'm here for the music. I think that's something that is different from my channel than most other channels. Is like, I'm not here to, I guess sometimes it is fun. I wish I could be that person that could come in and make you all laugh and, just come in and like chat be lit and shit. But I've realized that with me and my personality, I'm just somebody that hopefully is more relatable than anything. I was working on something with this and I totally forgot, so I'm going to listen to it. I hope y'all don't mind. Oh, I was going to make an impact. That's what I was going to do. Does anybody else have any questions about anything? It's already 3 o'clock. Jesus. Thanks, Beat. Hey, Danny. Thank you. Thanks, Ollie. I do. Hey, Cole. I love my job. Time to see. Came for a great time. Thanks for coming in, Danny. Good to see you, bro. I think that I don't want to reuse that like 50 million times either. Like maybe one time, and probably right there seems like the best place for that. I'm trying to make that neuro bass a little bit softer. And then maybe what I can do right here is just use a different piece of this and use that as a reverse. So yeah, I'm not really like, I'm kind of just meandering in this track while I talk with you all. So, you know, I'm kind of just hanging out. I'm not really trying to get this done. I'm just enjoying it. That's kind of cool. Yo, thank you so much. We actually have a giveaway going on for 20K. Oh shit, there's like 30 of you here. So I just put out my 30-day challenge mix. So if you all want a chance to enter to win a Dis2 Culture VST from Arturia, it's like one of my favorite things. I usually make really heavy music today. Like this project is kind of an uncommon thing. But if you want a chance to win a copy of this, go watch that video and skim through it. You don't have to listen to the whole thing, but tell me what your favorite track was, leave a comment, and type in like hashtag Arturia, and I will automatically enter you for the giveaway. So I think I'm going to wait like 2 weeks, and then after 2 weeks, because last time I didn't really get a lot of comments, I'm going to pick a lucky winner, and what I'll do is I'll reach out to you directly, or I'll reply to you directly and say, hey, you're the winner, and I'll give you a place for you to send me your Arturia email, and then what they'll do is they'll just put it in. It might take a few days once we get there, but it could be free for you. And again, like this is one of my secrets to making really loud fucking drums. So yeah, thank you for the 20K, everybody. It's kind of, it gives me hope that maybe I actually can hit 100,000 subscribers one day. Hopefully it won't take me 10 years, but you know what I mean? That would be really cool to get to a place like that. Yeah, I don't know. That'd be awesome. But anyways, thank you all sincerely. I keep not buying it from Arturia, but I hope UAD will give it to me in the Spark subscription. Is there another virtual analog distortion that's like this? I know that there's the Culture Vulture actual replica, but is there something? I'm still searching for the 100. I will say, Dave, I think I upload a lot more content. And I've also been doing it for 5 years. 5 years, usually 4 or 5 days of streaming per week, plus video uploads, plus music releases, plus lessons and all that. It's a lot. So I didn't know they're different. Yeah, I think they're different. I will say that Dis2 Culture, I think, has more distortion models. Using Shaperbox Drive a lot. Yeah, I think that was free when it first came out, if I'm not mistaken. I think it's a digital distortion, but even still, it sounds pretty good. I was collaborating with 18 Hands the other day, and that's his jam, is the cable guy stuff. In 5, I will be retired old. Fuck, so then get more time. I feel that. I should also stream on Twitch. I used to stream on Twitch, but I don't get any traction there. So like I put like 2 years of streaming on Twitch. You're living from music. That's a big one already. Oh yeah, for sure. I am so grateful. Crushes the digital, drive is the analog. Oh, so it's actually a virtual analog. But yeah, I used to stream on Twitch. It's just the problem is that there's zero discovery. And I don't know if you all have seen it or not, but like they recently changed their terms of service. So now I'm competing with I'm competing with a very peculiar audience. Whereas on this, the best thing about YouTube is that all of these VODs I can save and I can clip stuff and upload them to YouTube, and people can leave comments on the videos, and it's also like one place to view all of my content, if that makes sense. So I don't have to I don't have to go to these different platforms to try to bring content over. It's like you only have to go to one spot. They also have better revenue split for memberships and stuff. So on Twitch you get 50-50, and on YouTube you get 70-30, which still is ass, but okay, yeah, sure. It's still better. If you really want to like have all of your revenue split, then you probably want to stream on Kick or something, but I've heard horror stories from Kick, and I don't really want to, I don't know if I want to experiment with that, because the platform itself, I think that, I don't know, YouTube is, I don't know, every streaming platform is fucked. So there's no winning, I guess, so why should I care? But at the same time, it's a lot easier and more convenient for me to stream on YouTube. And the thing is too, is after my video is done streaming, it'll actually go into an algorithm, so people have a chance to see it outside of that. So if you're trying to like build a streaming platform, I would suggest doing it on YouTube. Golden Shrimp Guild is a dope in electronic music on Twitch. If you guys watch Twitch, my recommendations are the Whittler. He'd be the first person that comes to mind. Shout out to Whid, love you, bro. You're awesome. He actually helped me get my streaming career started. Wolg, I don't know if he's still streaming a lot on Twitch. Those would probably be the first two that come to mind, and then there's a bunch of smaller people. I haven't been on Twitch to look at music production in a long time, so I'd have to see, but Optic used to stream a bunch on Twitch, and I love him. He's such a good guy. We have an interview with him and Jack Lyon. Jack Lyon and I have a very strange release together that was a lot of fun to do. Shout out to Jack, love you, bro. I've made such good friends. I'm really lucky. But also, like, I think that streaming on Discord is also like, and if you guys want to stream on Discord, like, I'd encourage you to, especially in my thing. I have this thing called Jam Here, and I don't usually pop in. I might come in and say hi once in a while or something, but every once in a while I'll see people come into this and just hop in and do some live streaming. So if you all want to do that and you want to just try to build your audience off of mine, like, don't be an asshole and don't try to, like, you know, start a cult and conform people, but yeah, come in here and mix it up with the community, because there's always someone in here that's looking for someone to hang out with, and everybody in here is really nice. So I would love to like have something going on to where, you know, somebody's always streaming and I could just pop in and be like, hey, what's up? What are you up to? And ask some questions or something and be a viewer for once. Shit, I wanted to start a cult. Dude, I support you and your cult. Just don't do it from my community. Just don't do it in my Discord. My Discord is sacred. I care about it a lot, and it's because you guys are in there and treat each other with a lot of respect, and I tried to maintain that sense of integrity. Magic sword. I don't know, maybe I've been more focused on culty things from playing Cults of the Lamb, which if you all have not played that, I'd highly recommend it. It's very cute and evil and gruesome, and fun. write a couple notes to myself. Yeah, that harp in the back sounds so much better. Oh, I was gonna add some mid-side to this too. That's what I was forgetting. I really like this tune. It's very, very somber, but let's add some convolution to this so that way it sounds like it blends a little bit better. Fuck, dude, cancel. I need to get rid of that. I do that all the time. Do you all have any VSTs or anything that you've been keeping your eye on, or any other gear? Like, I'm still kind of on the fence. Like, at some point I kind of want to get an Octatrack, but I don't necessarily know if I want to commit to the Octatrack. Did this just die, or what's up with this? I deleted the chorus. That's what happened. How did that happen? Looking at my setup just makes you realize how much complexity it is to produce and how much it's our mind that's limited. What do you mean by setup? No, I'm getting so much out of the Kilohertz bundle that I don't think I need anything else anymore. Isn't that a great feeling from like contact libraries? I feel that. Convolver. Con artist. Ooh, that's nice. All the plugins mostly, but everything to produce music. I do use a lot of plugins, I feel, but Faceplan is probably number one. Like, I honestly never use Kick 2 anymore either. This was just from 3 years ago when I did use it, which it makes some nice kicks like this. But I almost never use those kinds of kicks. In fact, I usually just make kicks from like random sampled shit now because it sounds more organic. Okay, I think I figured out how to level this in the way that I want to. I think what I'm looking at here on this oscilloscope, I'm not sure if you all can see it or not. But look at how many, like, the crest factor of these, even with the drums, are very, what's it called? There's a lot of space to be improved with them. And so what I'm going to try to do, I think, is maintain the dynamics, but to some extent, but also clip these a little bit more. Percussion. What? Wouldn't it be lovely if Bitwig fix that so that way I don't have to hit enter every time? So with the percussion, I'm going to copy the sidechain thing here. Actually, I'm just going to copy this as a whole. And then I'm going to move this here. Take the percussion. And I'm going to throw this here. And put it just outside. There we go. I'm going to paste this. Then we're going to group this together and we'll call this drums. This is how I usually work anyways. In fact, what I also usually do is that can stay, that can stay. You guys ever watch Dexter's Laboratory? He's like, omelette du fromage. And Dee Dee's like, that's all you can say. I don't know why that just came to head, but so now with this, I'm just going to focus on the drums for a sec, and I'll probably do like a resample of these and try to get some other cool textures and rhythms and stuff, but golden era of cartoons, yeah. All right, now how are these looking? Okay, so maybe something that I can do is, do I want to clip this? I'm going to do a couple of things. I'm actually going to come into this and toss this. Wait, did I do that already? I did. Let's put this to 0.3 and then let's hard clip it. Could we experiment with resampling the melody sections? Yeah, sure. Is there something specific that you want to see? We can also do some some parallel compression with this. That sounds really good. Okay, so now that we have that, let me take a look at this. Wait, sorry, here. Okay, so let me see what this is hidden at now as far as on the master. So minus 13. Let me see what this is. Wow, this is actually louder. That's interesting. It'd be nice to show people how even the melodic content in a tune can be repurposed, like to add tension, contrast, etc. Like, you want to see that in this project or in a different project? Fuck, I broke it. Actually, there we go. Okay, unfortunately we did break it though, so we got to kind of like move it back a little bit and figure that out. Maybe if I can not drive this and just turn the input up by 2 decibels, that'll work. So it helped me a lot when I did stuff like this during the writing of the last EP. Now it's something I do most of the time in my own stuff. What is this hitting at? So maybe what I can do with this is just turn this down by 2 decibels. Because I think that's what's creating that intermodular distortion. There we go, still just as loud. Okay, there's something happening right there when that... Oh, when that chord hits, that's so nice. Okay, so... So with melodic content and stuff, usually just taking a phrase or something, so like 2 bars or so would be ideal. But what you can do with a lot of things is take the whole... Actually, I'll do you one better. We're just going to take this whole song. I still need to turn that bass down just a little bit because that's creating that rumble. Wait, is this the bass? It is. Oh, that's that bass. Okay. Fuck. Sorry. I'm keen on fixing this. You can still hear the bass, right? Yeah. Dope. And then maybe what we can do on this as well is to try to make up for it, we can put a saturator on it. Dude, clipping is the way. Yo, Merc, what's up, bro? How are you? So, okay. I'll come back to it in a bit. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to group this stuff and just move it here. And then everything before that, we're just going to throw like a delay or something. And we'll get into playing with different shit that we can utilize to... Yeah, man, everything's good. Just chilling. I'm just gonna filter this out just a bit. So now with this, now that we have this, we can start doing all different kinds of shit. I'll play the whole tune for you here in a second, but actually no, we're gonna take the whole thing. So, you know, starting to get into just different stuff like that. harmonic split is really cool. We were messing with that, so maybe we can throw like a delay on there. Maybe some kind of pitch shifter or something. That turned really violent really quick. Yes. Yes, my friend. Yes. So there's a lot of different stuff that we can. I'm so glad that's repeatable, because that's really sick. You kind of toss everything into a bandpass or something. It's like a curve, or maybe a segment. Yeah, let's do curve. It is. The harmonic split is what that's doing. But basically just trying to explore and like get different sounds and shit from here is kind of the goal. This is gonna sound really different here in a second, just give me a sec. This mostly applies to music that's heavily distorted and shit, but kind of just fucking around with this. Oh god. Oh god. Wouldn't expect it to. I'm trying to figure out where all that space is still coming from. Okay, we got a really cool sound out of that. So within this, we kind of got this like new, almost like arpeggiator, like distorted square, which is really cool. Almost sounds like there's a melody. Exactly, and I think that I think there is a melody. I think that it's harmonic, but. So like taking out the low end of that. We can use a lot of that to kind of probably put that into this and utilize this for maybe I don't want to use the whole thing, but maybe just like this half. Wonder where, if I could balance it and pop it into the auto-tune and Melodyne and see what it makes of it. I don't have any auto-tune stuff. But what we can do is we can take this and do this by like 1/16 maybe. So right? And then we can drag that there. So now we've created a new layer that we can add to that. And then what we can also do is add in like a new cluster delay or something. And just turn the duck in like this. And then maybe even wobble it or something. And now we've got a brand new layer from just resampling the whole entire thing. Was that kind of along the lines of what you were talking about? I think that resampling content and stuff, it's going to kind of depend, and experimentation is key whenever you do stuff like this. But, you know, if we wanted to take this even further, then what we might even be able to do is be like, all right, we got this cool little sound or whatever, but now let's see what happens if we could repitch this or something. Okay, dope. So now during this midsection right here, we can toss this into this. Is this the midsection? I think it's right here. So check this out. We can use this as an impact. So, which is pretty sick. So we can toss in another. Let's just do a delay plus for the sake of CPU. Thank you all for the likes. I don't know why, but that thing is like, the heart thing is going off. Is that just, what does this mean? Does this mean that I have a Tinder match? I'm sorry guys, I'm taken. I'm not on Tinder anymore. What's it called? But what we can do is, that's nice. So maybe like fade it, so like a, there we go. And then we also have this layer here, right, when that comes up, so. Right, that's really nice. So something else that we can do on this is, I'm going to Command G this, and then we're going to deactivate it. And we can always combine these racks together and stuff, but what I'm going to do is probably grab a nice reverb like Big Sky and make this really small, but turn this mix to 100%. So and then maybe what I'll do is just use the sidechain for now, but let's grab a pitch shifter on this, and maybe I'll put it before the reverb, see what happens. So So now we're creating like creatures and stuff through this that we can throw back into this to create more harmonization and more stuff, I guess. But I think that it would be really cool to go like do do do. So do, and maybe offset it a bit. So, oops, did I not pull that out? I thought I did. Can I pet that dog? I didn't. Okay. So da da, maybe just like offset it by this. So now. Turn off the sidechain for a sec. Mert, what are you talking about? So what I'd like to happen here is I want this to go like to be just a little bit behind. So maybe like a womp womp da da da. Hey, nonprofit. Oi! Thank you. Appreciate that. Did I come to a conclusion on what hardware I wanted to get yet? I got a Syntacct. I ended up getting a Syntacct. I still want to, I'm still considering an Octatrack as well at some point in my life, but I started researching into like hardware modulation and stuff, and like it would have been thousands of dollars to even get some kind of unit that would kind of fit my needs. Which I guess between the Syntacct and the Analog Heat Plus Effects, I've been successful in making NeuroBass with it to a simple degree, but which is also really expensive. I didn't purchase it all at once, but hardware is fucking expensive, guys. It is so expensive. It doesn't mean that it's not worth it, but god damn, dude, it's a lot. So maybe something else that we can do with this, I'm going to turn it down just a little bit and leave it subtle, but I am going to maybe take this chord maybe not. Maybe I'll go back and turn on that reverb again. Hell yeah, that sounds dope. Can agree, it does get pricey for sure. Yeah, I don't know. Glad I found something. So my partner Corey, we kind of talked about it together, and she's kind of like getting back into music and stuff, which that makes me so happy. I cannot tell you like how happy it makes a musician to like see their partner. She's a classically trained composer, but she took a long break from music, but it makes me so happy to see that she's getting back into it. So we decided to, I bought the Syntacct, but we're learning it together, which I feel bad because like I spent one day with it and I was like, okay, I get it. But even still, going back and spending time with her and teaching her how to use it and stuff, right, is really gratifying. And seeing her smile when she makes a cute little beat on it or something, and she's like, I could see how this could be really cool for like future projects that she has in mind. And so I have a studio. You know, like I don't have an expensively treated room, but fuck, I've got a studio now. It's not just a laptop anymore. I've over the past 5 years I've been building and building, and I've got some really nice equipment thanks to you all. Yo, Chase. And do you guys ever clash heads on anything? I mean, yeah, of course, we're a couple, right? But but we have she is a therapist. That's her day job. And so she has taught me so much of communication and like how to match her on her communication level that when we do have disagreements, um, we have a lot of like potholes that we're much more aware of avoiding. You know what I'm saying? If that makes sense. And I'm not perfect and whatever, and neither is she, but um, her communication level is so advanced that she constantly held me to a higher standard so that way I can like figure out how to say what I want to say without sounding like an asshole. And I try to do that with everybody now, unless if someone's just being a dick in chat, then it's just kind of like diplomacy has failed. Uh, engaging in violence. No, I'm just kidding, but it's about how you say it. I think that's a big part of it. Sometimes it is what you say, though. I have to teach my girlfriend the same thing. Yeah, yeah. But, you know, there's some things that, like, how do I say this? I come from a place, like, I grew up in the hood, everybody. I know it probably doesn't sound like it because of how I speak, but, like, I grew up in the fucking hood. And I grew up, like, yeah. So I come from a place to where we're like, fuck your feelings. You know what I'm saying? Um, if something is wrong, or like if you feel bad about something that you caused, that from a problem that you caused, it's very easy for me to get into the mode of like, then you shouldn't fucking feel bad, right? Um, and I've had to learn over time, especially with like communicating with people that I care about, that that's actually like invalidating. And in some cases, that's actually like I've never said it like that to her, but in some cases, that's emotionally abusive. And so I'm having to like really try to modify the way that I speak to things, of like being like, yo, you can feel bad over things, but the way that how you acted out of it is what was unfair, because that's what I'm upset about, right? I'm not upset over the fact that she feels a certain way. I'm upset over the fact that she acted a certain way. So like, you get what I mean though? Like communication things like that have held me to a higher standard, because the goal isn't to make somebody else feel bad. It's not to like put someone down or to like say mean things to them. It's about trying to say how I feel and what the problem is, versus just trying to put somebody else down. And that's never my intention. So, you know, it's something that I've had to work on, and it's something that I am trying to be better about. But it's important to me because I think that it helps people advance with how they talk to each other. It helps people advance with like setting a clear, even playing field of, if I'm on the receiving end of the argument, I'm like, is this person trying to attack me, or is this person trying to express something? And so when we create that communication level between us, it's a lot easier to like get to the bottom of what it is that we want to solve. So I don't know if that makes sense or not to anybody, but I think that it's really important to listen when people have problems, and to try to rectify a lot of how do you say, to try to be a better person. You know what I mean? To be a better person. So, and this all came from her, you know, because like I said, you know, if it was just me and a bunch of boys, like I bet there's a bunch of people out here that would agree with me, that would be like, if you cause a problem and you're mad about it, that's your fault. So fuck off. And I have no problem like going back to that. But that kind of communication doesn't work for everybody, and it's also not helpful if you're trying to solve the problem for some people. You get what I mean? So like, I know that some people out there would be like, yeah, I know exactly what you're saying, but like that's not, especially in a relationship, like that's not how you want to communicate, even if it is their fault, you know? So that was one of my biggest learning experiences. Right. Collaborative communication. So yeah, I don't know. And like, it's one of those things of like, yo, you can take me out of an environment of being a G, but you can't take the G out of me, or Busta Rhymes, you can, or Rick James, like, you can take me out the ghetto, but you can't take the ghetto out of me. I wouldn't classify myself as that, but there is a sentiment of that. And so really trying to like make the change internally when I know that I need to be better is what I think is important. Cause you know, I don't want her to feel, cause I would feel the same way. It's like, even for you all, like, I don't want you to feel like I'm somebody that you can't communicate with because of inconsideration. Right. And so from having a little bit more consideration and having a little bit more like time to think about what I want to say to people and about how I want them to take away, it allows me to have the freedom of choice, right? And it allows me to be more accountable, because if somebody says something stupid and I pop off on them or whatever, which I've done before, then I'm like, yeah, I said that, and like, I'm at fault for that, as opposed to me just acting out of impulse, or me just acting out of like how I grew up talking to people and was talked to. So yeah, kind of taming the lion and just trying to be a better person. I think I don't want to be an asshole. I don't have a problem with being an asshole, but you know, it goes in that situation of martial arts. It's like, don't kill if you can maim, don't maim if you can injure, don't injure if you can restrain, and don't restrain if you can communicate. And so I'm sure I butchered that saying, but the sentiment is still applicable. So yeah, what was I doing? Oh, I was trying to create a chord. That's what we were doing here. So what I am trying to fix now is we're going to take that and maybe try to push this up another octave. So maybe we'll put this in freeze mode, or sorry, infinite mode, and just this is a great way to create moody chords as well. Because even though I didn't actually get what I wanted out of that, we can just pitch it up and do something very similar. But what I'm going to do here is we're going to drag this to track 24. We're going to end up turning it down by quite a bit, but we're going to stretch this out. And is that where it's supposed to be? Not quite. So let's turn this down significantly. And I'm going to pitch this up. Also turn this off. That's still way too loud. And then let's put a filter over it. We need to tame some of those frequencies. And then maybe what I can also do is, instead of set this to stretch HD, we can change it into like elastic or something. That took out all the high end from that. Maybe just elastic. There we go. And we're going to put some chorus on it. But what we've done is we've essentially created not like a tension chord, but just like a chord that can sit on top. And we really don't need it to be loud. And in fact, I want it to be barely even noticeable. But because of that, I'm going to cut it right here for that thing. What's nice about this is that this can fill out some of the top end and just also kind of serve as like the emphasis of the track. And I might even just want to put it right here. I don't know. We'll see. how we've created that nice little top layer now. But what I want to do is probably give it breaks in between, so that way it's not through the whole thing. So and then maybe what we can also do is give it some motion. What might be nice is maybe if we put, oh man, I wish that I had that chorus from what other choruses do I have? I've got choral. That might be worth doing. Yeah, I wish I had that chorus from Minimal Audio, because it has the glass thing on there, which sounds really nice. But maybe we can create something out of this. I almost never use this, but that's kind of nice. Wonder if they'll make it a current effect suite. I think so. I'm starting a petition. Alckemy must be on Spotify. I am on Spotify. I've got a few songs on Spotify. It's just that you won't find me as Alckemy. I am against Spotify. I do have a Spotify thing. I guess I'm not really against it, but I'm against putting my music on there anyways. One, because fuck distribution things. Two, fuck Spotify. If you all want me to be on Spotify, I need people to support my music first and foremost. So, and that's a tall order to ask. Because, you know, like that's just, I don't know. I always feel weird about telling people to go listen to my shit. But the thing with it and the problem is that, like, nobody knows me for my music. And that's okay. Everybody knows me as a YouTuber. But that's why all of my music is on YouTube. Because I didn't realize this, but I fucked that up. Yeah, that's... You get what I'm saying, though? It's like, I don't know. If you want to purchase my music for a reasonable price, it's on my website at alckemy.com. I haven't released anything this year. I've only just put up like stuff that I'm working on, or like projects that I abandoned or something, you know. But this tune is awesome. I want to listen to it. I'll probably put it on YouTube. Or maybe I'll put it for sale or something on my website or whatever. But like, I'm so in such a weird place about releasing music anyways. It's like, if you want to hear my tunes, YouTube is the best place to find it. If you want to download my music, then alckemy.com is the best place to find it. But it's weird, man. It's like, I spend so much time making beats and I don't put anything out, but there is kind of this like existentialism about like, what's the point if I'm going to have 44 listeners on Spotify? It's a little bit liberating, because then I'm like, oh, I could just make what I want to make. But at the same time, looking at it for that kind of thing, I'm just like, and that's nobody's fault but mine. I just don't know how to direct people to be like, hey, my music is worth listening to. So I really believe in paying for listening to music. I think that's what it comes down to. Well, you never know when people may discover it. I mean, 20,000... I mean, just to paint a picture, I've got 20,000 subscribers and I have 44 monthly listeners on Spotify. So I don't know what kind of I got C infected? What does that mean, Avin? Oh, you got COVID? Is that what happened? You okay? And the impact of the songs on the person. Yeah, but you know what I'm saying? It's like, I don't know, man. Avin, I'm so glad you're here. Look at what we're looking at, or what we're working on. Do you remember what the challenge of this tune was? And I hope that you're feeling better too, dude. That's pretty shitty. Yeah, feel better soon, bro. Avin has been coming into my stream since I was streaming on Twitch, which is like 5 years. So, I mean, why not release them? Still be doing what I'm doing regardless, right? Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, that's also why I'm not compelled to release stuff, is because regardless of whether I release or not, yo, Jake, long time no see. Like, the best, like, I'm making music constantly. Like, that's I'm always being in the moment whenever I'm doing stuff, either on stream or like through my YouTube videos or whatever. So like, I hardly ever, Danny, dude, thank you so much, but I hardly ever have people be like, yo, please put this out or whatever, and there just doesn't seem to be a demand for it. Fuck, man, you're a follower, you're a member, so whenever I'm done with this tune, I'll just fucking send it to you. Thank you so much. This is what I'm getting at. But as a means of trying to convince people to listen to my shit, I'm just like, I don't know, I just don't care for it anymore. There's a lot of people who like my music may not even say it, but there's also no like, but people like, there's no numbers behind it. Yeah. I still want to get myself on a label someday, but I'm not in a rush anymore, and I don't care if it never happens. It still sounds a little crunchy. Is that what it was? Was that an IDM artist? Sounds great, Avin. That's how I feel, Chase, to be honest. Okay, I think something that would be kind of cool is to create a glitch right here. Yeah, this tune would not exist if it weren't for Avin. I mean, this isn't a collaboration. He didn't technically do anything, but he was like, yo, you should try to make a track in the style of this. And I was like, okay. And then I ended up becoming something that I absolutely adored. And then I sat on it for 3 years and was like, okay, God damn it, it's time to finish. So that's where we are, which is cool. I'm so glad that I did. No, that's okay. And not to like steal from Avin's thunder, but that's just like how the challenge went. He yeah, I guess he sent me some thing, and I was like, yeah, I think I can do something like that. And then we wrote the chords first, and then we used Break Tweaker to make the percussion. And then at first it was just a very basic sound, and then the last couple of days I've been spending on this, we've been putting some time and effort into it, and I'm really happy with how it's kind of coming out now. There's some pieces or some parts of it now that I'm running into though, to where it's like too loud, but I'm trying to figure out how to make it loud but still dynamic. That's a mixing naivety on my end. But yeah, so I think what we're going to do real quick is probably just throw a delay on the drums and just create a couple of like glitchy things. Actually, what I could also do is, let's just do that. I'll just throw like snap heap on this or something. That's why I make these things, right? Okay, so what we can do here is just grab a piece of this and make a new track somewhere within this, and then right at that section there, we can just pull that in here and be like bloop. That's not the blue part, right? Or where did I create that? Here it is. Because I wanted this to sound so spoiled. I want this, but I wanted this thing to be like a cool little glitch part, so that way this part makes sense, because just adding it as like a progressive layer or something isn't really all that interesting. I am curious, what is this? What? Oh. Oh, I think this is what the initial bass line that I tried to make. That's interesting. Do I have a local scene? Apparat made IDM inspired minimalistical tracks. The song I sent you as a reference was Multifunctions Bean. Lost VST maybe. Yeah, I think that I kind of broke the originality of it being minimal. But I really like what this is becoming, because it doesn't like, it feels like it's more me, I guess. Now, do I have... I thought that I had something that was like a flange sound. Perfect. Contrary to popular belief, I actually made that. But I think that it would be nice to just incorporate that. And then maybe we can put like a delay on that or something. Elay. Shift in is my new thing for... Or sorry, wrong one. Da-da-da, da-da-da. Da-da. I really just want the top end of that though. Bedtime, have fun, yo. Thanks for coming in, Dave. Hey, Donnie. Mandalay? Okay. No, can I? I wish that we could automate soloing. It's from the Venture Bros? I've seen a lot of Venture Bros. I don't recognize that though. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull this out and then I'm going to do a cool little cheat code to where I'm going to mute that, turn that back on, turn it back off. Same thing here. I'm going to go like that, go mute. Okay, that's in time. I hate automation so much. Mandalay is the bodyguard and the servant of Roy Brisby. Who's Roy? Which one was Roy? Okay. I need to pull this out too. Oh shit. Wrong one. I'm a little embarrassed that I don't remember, to be honest. Yo, Future, what's up, bro? I don't want this to be super loud, but... that sounds really fucking cool. Let's do some mid-side to that. Maybe like some convolution or something. Brock fights all the Brisbyland employees. That's all dressed like... Oh, he's the bee. Okay. Yeah, he's the bee with the lady with the extremely deep voice. Now I remember. Oh, that's Monarch. Okay. I'm trying to remember that episode to where like all of the villains were like at the Venture Bros house or something like that, and they're all like, yeah, it was a Disneyland parody. I don't know. I guess I haven't seen all the episodes, but okay. Now let's just kind of maybe. Yeah, that's like so much louder than everything else. Easy, Ian. And then maybe what I could also do is just like a exponential rhythm or something. Shift in is my normalize. Keyboard shortcut now. Do you really? My favorite episode is when there's the robot and like he accidentally like drinks something that he's not supposed to, and he's like, and then like he, you know, defecates all over the floor. I thought that was really funny. I think that's when Monarch was trying to turn Dr. Venture into like a moth or a bee or whatever the fuck. Yeah, helper. The office chair legs. Okay, so right there, I'm gonna create some tension with that as well. No, that show is fantastic. It's really fucking funny. Oops. No. God, no. I'm not gonna lie. This is probably one of my favorite sounds I've made in my 10 years of sound design. It just, I don't know, it gets me. It's like booting up an ancient piece of technology or something, you know, and you access it and it's like all of your problems are fucking fine. Just welcome to PS6. The mix is really clean. There's a couple, thank you, man. There's a couple of places in here where it gets really muddy though. Like when all this shit's going on. So like listen to the low mids. Like right there. Tesseract station. So if I was going to submit this to a label, who would I send it to? Hypothetically. Is the kick distorting something, or are you just hearing stuff? It's not the kick, it's the bass. And it's only at certain sections. But yeah, that was a problem that I had fixed. But since I started turning shit up, oh, that might be helpful. I forgot that I turned the sidechain off. So that might help. Let me see. No, he's right. I don't even know of any IDM labels. Yeah, right there. So that boom. And whatever's going on with that, there's some kind of thing here that is colliding with that. Bilingual beats. I guess so. You have a point. Okay, what else is happening on the low end here? What if I pull this off? Is it these two? Just these two? No, it's this and something else. Nope. Still okay. A little fucked. That's better. What if I just pull out everything else from here? Because that sounds okay. What if I just pull out the kicks? Let's see what that does. Yeah, I guess I could send it to glitch.cool. Huh. I don't know. Is Woolg running that, or is it mostly like sunk and stuff? Let me see. My sample pack library is probably like I try to keep it around 50 gigs, but it's grown a lot from rolling sampler. That is almost 90% of a sound from a Hollow Knight track. Oh, this is almost 100 gigs. So I like never use anything from this, and I guarantee like a huge chunk of it is from Rolling Sampler. And my brain just jumps to that whenever I hear it. That was actually me recording guitar. You probably can't see it, but there was... What Hollow Knight track are you talking about? Well, I have a much bigger sample pack. You've been playing your electric lately? That's what's up. Yeah, I have a much bigger sample pack, but it's on my hard drive, and like I kind of just offload a bunch of it because I have all of the like native instruments, expansions, and samples and shit from the complete ultimate 13, 14, one of those, and that's like 100 gigs. I can search it up, but probably the one where I'm in the village. From Dirtmouth? I don't know. Now that you said that, though, I'm gonna go and take a look and see if I can hear it. But yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'll hit up Sunk. I know Sunk, and we're not close or anything, but I'll ask him about submissions and stuff and see if he wants to pick it up. I need to download that soundtrack. Also, a lot of this stuff reminds me of Crosscode music, and then Tunic, if you all have ever played that. Oh, that's what's up. Okay, I think that I just want to add maybe like one more of that. 0G, if I remember correctly. Do what? Do what? Do what? I think that would be really nice just as another small little layer under that. So let's go ahead and record that in. I don't even know what that is, to be honest. Some of the 0G packs are simply timeless. Wow, I actually played that in time? What the fuck? I think I like this one. So what I might try is in this thing here, we've got... Let's just place this in here. Yeah. What's on this? Reverb. I kind of want to see what would happen if I just place this here. That sounds really nice. That's what's up. Yeah, dude, like that's the best that's the best way to do it. And honestly, like I've taken so much like notes from making Garage of like how I make drums now, like big or small. I really want this to... I think just the regular flanger is the way to go. There we go. And then just turn it down by, by a lot. Because I don't want it to be like invasive. I want it to just be like a subtle thing, so. Okay, so these are off. And I need those to be on. And they're off because of me, so I'm going to quantize the audio to 1/16, and then and that still seems off to me too. Like, I feel like that should be like right there. There we go. Okay, now that's in line. Colorful file on top. Oh, this is rolling sampler. This is constantly like listening to whatever's coming out of the DAW, and if I do something cool, I can just pull it out into a new track. This is like probably the most important VST I could ever own. It's called Rolling Sampler. Nope. I usually make my own drums from scratch, but this is an older project, and I'm using Kick 2. Hey honey, and Isotope Break Tweaker. But this track is from 2020, but what I normally do now is I'll just make percussion out of phase plan and then like turn stuff into kicks and snares. I also usually make a lot heavier music than this, but like I said, this is a really old project and I kind of want to keep the same style. Also, welcome to the stream, Kai. What's up? Can I leave you all to listen to this track? I need to use the restroom. I'll be right back. I also need to go greet my lovely partner and give her a smooch. So yeah, I think this is a good progress point for now. I don't really know what else I want to do to this. Does anybody have any questions on anything, or is there anything in general that you all were wondering about? But I'm happy that I was able to make it a little bit louder. It did cost me a little bit of cleanliness for the track, but I think that I can fix it somehow. Maybe something else would be looking at the stereo image. I'm just trying to make that a little wider. What's going on here? That's wide. Welcome back, honey. I'll go back to bed and get better. Thanks for coming in. I'm glad that you got to see this, because you know that I've been talking about finishing this track for years now. Hello. Thank you.
Can I join here while you're stream?
Yeah, of course.
I'm gonna grab something to eat and then I'll come here and join.
What are you getting to eat?
Just like roast the hamburger.
Okay. Let me take a look at this. So maybe what I can do with this is spread this out a little bit too, because it does seem a little bit mid-heavy. How's it look now? God, that chord progression is... I got so lucky with that. I never make chords like that. There we go. Way more stereo information. So pretty. I feel like I should drop that every once in a while. It's different every other half bar. See, it's a different note. Every once in a while, I'll make really pretty music, but it's really hard to do on a consistent basis. What's going on here? Okay, it's pretty mono. might be able to get away with turning that up just a little bit. Maybe just a touch of, excuse me, OTT. Some kind of riser or something. I guess what I could do is just take any of this and just high pass it. Just pitch it up. What kind of game would this fit as a soundtrack? I feel like either a puzzle game or an RPG, like a stage that is kind of or a platformer even. That's really cool. I don't know. What do you think? That's badass. I mean, the name of the track is called like Avon's Labyrinth, so there is that. Oh, Corey and I recently made a song. I'm curious as to whether or not you guys want to hear it. I think that we just finished it like 2 days ago. Hey Corey, can I play our most recent banger for them?
Oh, absolutely.
IDM beats to relax and study to. Yeah.
What is it gonna do for you?
Oh yeah, I mean, if what I just made is not your thing, like this is definitely going to like totally knock your socks off. Y'all ready for this?
I mean, it's gonna be sweaty and itchy. A little bit.
Is the economy going to get better?
No.
I'm a proud top. I'm a proud top.
I don't know where we are.
We are in Wisconsin.
No.
Wisconsin.
gonna be sweaty.
Five people have died.
Sweaty.
I'm proud. Five people have died. Being the top is not.
This is my best work yet.
Is that what he said?
Yeah, you two always make good stuff together. Hint, hint, hint. Yeah, Corey, we were talking about making trash beats, and she listened to a couple of the submissions that we had in the last 30-day challenge, and so we it's so cool, man. I taught her to sample, and so she's using Koala Sampler and the iPad and like going on YouTube and like finding quotes and stuff through this, and then yeah, she pretty much like gave me the entire direction, and we sat down and did it together. But you should check Trash Beats. I saw that you posted something. I haven't. Maybe sometime next week we can go through another thing of like listening to everyone's trash beats and just see where we're at. But Albert says, "Great work, Corey."
You did the heavy lifting because I said, "What if we had this here?" And then you click, 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 click.
Yeah, but like you gave all the ideas. It was just like, "Yo, let's do this, and that made it super easy. If somebody's like, "Hey, put this here, put this here, put this here," then it makes it a breeze to put the stuff together. But yeah, that was we both agreed that we wanted to make some trash beats and stuff. Oh, and she plugged in she even what's it called, programmed some drums on the Syntact, and then I just kind of blew them up, and then we both kind of were like talking about adding percussion here and there. But I thought that was really cool, really fun.
Well, you helped me out a lot with the drum machine, so I was like, "What am I doing?"
Well, we both learned it together, you know, because I didn't know what to do with it at first, but it's pretty easy. So yeah, that was her idea. The doom like that was her idea. And then there was a bunch of stuff in there that was like, we were like kind of scrolling through like memes together that we recorded and stuff. I got to start messing with Koala more. Koala is awesome. Like you can import videos and stuff. So
How much does it cost?
Koala Sampler?
Yeah.
I think it's like $7 for the basic one.
Oh my god.
And then I think it's an extra like, what is it, like another $10 for all of the other features for like the mixer and then the stem separation, I believe.
Very reasonable. Wow.
Oh yeah, that's like if somebody's getting into sampling and all that, like Koala Sampler is the way to go.
I sampled some stuff a few years ago to try to play around with, and it took me so long on my phone and on my MacBook. Like it was still doable, but the Koala Sampler was a lot easier.
Did you like just record through through an external mic, or like did you actually get like a raw file, or how'd you do it?
I think I played a video on YouTube and then just recorded the audio.
From a phone?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's probably what I would have done too.
But it wasn't, I don't know, that sampler was a lot easier.
Yeah, well, it's cool because like you can import videos and then you can record video directly from your phone. So like you just scroll down and hit the record button, and then you can import that into, you know, altogether I was around 14 on Android with everything as of 2 weeks ago. Oh, altogether it was around $14. Yeah, that's like, I don't know if, depending on like if you're a phone person or not, because like the workflow on a small phone is kind of annoying, but on a tablet it makes a lot more sense because it's a lot easier to like put the stuff in, if that makes sense. But even just for sampling, like even if you don't like make beats with it, I think that it's still worth it. It's a really good $14 well spent. I just wish that it had more like mangling options. What?
This is like in your top 10 list of serial killer quotes.
I just wish it had more mangling options, you know, like, I don't know, maybe like some chainsaw features or something. Meat tenderizer, to some sounds. John Wayne Gacy. Dude, does anybody else here watch John Wayne? I was just telling Corey about John Wayne. I fucking love watching him. The way that he works his magic on that Octatrack is so inspiring. And he just like, yeah. I bought a large phone just for it with 128 gigabyte SD card. Yeah, I think it's totally viable. I've made some beats recently. I think a couple of streams ago I made a beat with Koala Sampler, Yeah, that guy is a wizard. Well, he's been making beats for like 20 years as well. What time is it? 4:30. But yeah, I don't know. Like he makes like some of my favorite hip hop and stuff, and to watch him actually do it live and to see how he cooks is a sight to behold. I guess I need to pop into one of his streams or something sometime because he does it unedited. Like I know that he's like YouTube, you got to edit your videos, and he does make them interesting and stuff, but I'm really curious as to like how he problem solves. Do I see myself making beat? Yeah, assuming that my hearing is okay, for sure. Knock on plastic, nothing drastic, right? Knock on wood, everything good. Knock on air if you dare. I don't know, but yeah, of course. I want to be making music for the rest of my life. Jay Hoskins Octatrack jams. Okay. And then there's also another person as well that actually makes music more similar to me. It's like Summer, I keep forgetting his name, but I'm subscribed to him. And he makes really good stuff. Hell yeah, I'm 56. Let's go. Summertime sadness. Dear God, no. Octatrack. I don't think I have to scroll far to find him, but I would highly recommend checking this guy out. Where is he at, man? I've been meaning to give this guy a shout out for a while. Because he's like just growing his channel, but he makes really good shit. What the fuck? John makes beats. There's Jay. At the table. Synthesizer, Circo. I really like Circo because Circo, even though like his music isn't my favorite or whatever, I like the way that he talks about like his approach and his experience about stuff. Once it's in your soul, it never leaves. I'll be an old head with the expensive modular making saw wave bleeps. Yeah. He's an OG 404 guy. Can you look up Reimagine Jam with Electron Octatrack? Yeah, I'm not going to play other videos on stream, but I'll look it up. I want to find this guy, though. I really like Jade. She's dope. I like watching her. She doesn't do everything with Electron stuff, but she's super cool. She makes good music too. Perfect Circuit, True Cuckoo. Man, where is this guy? Octatrack, hip hop, Voltage Controller, of course. Sun Woo, Austin Found. Hey, there's me. I busted in the algorithm for Octatrack stuff. Man, why are they not recommending me his stuff? Where is this guy? It's worth it, guys. I'm sorry. Nope, not John Wayne. Love John Wayne, though. Hold on. Let me go to my... Because I think that he recently subscribed to me on my channel. So let me go to YouTube Studio and see if I can find it. There he is. Okay, I found him. Sinner Saint Human. This guy makes really good music and really cool, and I think he's got quite a large range of gear as well. I think most of his stuff is with the Octatrack, but he does stuff with the Syntact. Yeah. But he actually makes stuff that's kind of reminiscent of Halftime. Like if maybe a more tame version, but some of his tracks are actually like the Boom Bap one, I think the Who Let the Dog Out one, and some of these others that I've watched, as you can tell. And I was like, wow, this guy is actually like making some shit. So Jay Wood, shout out to you, bro. You make great music. Well, excuse me. I think I'm gonna play through this one more time, and then I think that we're gonna call it a day because I'm kind of tired and I haven't really eaten much today, and I need to eat something before we go to this show. My buddy Naked Civilian, aka Kyle, he's the guy that got me the organ gig. He's playing a show tonight, which unfortunately I'm not going to be able to make. But if for by chance you're in the Vegas area, go see him, support him, because he deserves it. He works really hard on his music, and he just works really hard in general. But Jameson, Nathan Jones, and Heinbach. Yeah, I'll write that down too, and just look at some of those guys. Is Jameson Nathan Jones the guy that's like that reminds me a lot of Venus Theory? I don't want to say that he copies him, but I think it's James Nathaniel Johnson or something like that. Yeah, does he do Octatrack stuff? Yeah, James Nathan Jones. I feel like he this video was super inspiring, actually. A lot of what, like, somebody was asking me about coming up with melodies and stuff earlier, and I actually took a lot of inspiration from this. You think he does Octatrack stuff? He's got some gear. Like, actually, he's got a lot of gear, but he doesn't really use it a lot. But I think that I don't agree with everything he says, but I do think that he's got a unique perspective because he's somebody that is classically trained and like fully invested into like electronic music production. But yeah, I think that he does a really good job of bridging theory with like electronic composition. But sometimes I'm like, hey, Capture, long time no see. Maybe it hasn't been a long time. It just feels like a long time. But I'm in here for a good time, not a long time. You know what I'm saying? Dangle the Kangle man, jump over there, then holler. What the fuck? I don't want to see that. But yeah. In any case, there's tons of really awesome content creators out there that's doing really great stuff. I just subscribed to somebody that... Let me see who it is. Thought Forums. So Thought Forums has a really good video on old 90s techno, like Ghost in the Shell, so PS1. I think that this person is going to pass my channel in probably like 4 months. But I think that it's another Bitwig user. I'll just say they, because I don't know. But this is the person that had the viral, I guess, as far as music production thing on 90s techniques and stuff. And then I did my own version, or I'm not sure who came out with what first, but... yeah, does really cool stuff. Very 90s-esque channel, so that would be another person to recommend. I don't know, if you're a channel and you have cool stuff, like, I want to subscribe to you because I'm trying to learn stuff too, you know? My real name is Kyle. Donnie Darko Kyle. What made you choose Donnie Darko as a username? No, he's classically trained pianist. I'm sorry, classically trained pianist, not composer. I'm sorry. Releases on Omni Music. That's dope. But yeah, his whole channel is dedicated to like 90s shit, so we could eat that up. But yeah, anyways, let's play through this track one more time. I'm gonna see if there's anything else that I want to change to it, and I'm pretty happy with it. It's probably almost ready. Once I can fix some of those muddy parts, then I think that there's not really anything else that I want to do. Hey Arbor, what's up? Everybody, if you're off, I would just want to say thank you so much for coming in and hanging out with me and Corey and I. It really means a lot to have an audience for the channel, and I was kind of planning on not really doing anything today, but I don't know, I wanted to fix some things with this track, and it kind of gave us something to do and something to talk about. So thanks for choosing to spend time with me. You could have done anything else. Means a lot. Thank you. Super cool lo-fi sound experiments. Yeah, yeah. I have a track that I did for the 30-day challenge where I sampled The Weeknd. I'll play that for you after this. Hollow Ground Recordings has a really good video on that. Pretty happy with it. Not happy with the mix, but I'm never happy with my mixes. So yeah, I think what I'll do is I'll export this, and while this is exporting, I'll show you that track. It's not exciting, but it is a little vibey. Problems with the project 2 has missing plugins. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. I'm a proud top. I'm out for today. Sounds really nice. Take care. Thanks for coming in, Beatmax. And usually I don't make the kind of music that I am today, but this is something. So, I mean, I did this in like 2 hours. But I think 2 hours-ish. So it's not done, but I think the vibe is there. Actually causes vintage gear to greatly increase in value anytime he shows a piece of gear on his channel. It's not an exaggeration, it literally happens consistently. That's what's up. There's mid-side that's happening, but yes. Yeah, I think if you're wondering why the kick is wide, there's mid-side processing that's happening to it, and that's kind of just how I like to make my drums, is make sure that the mono signal is strong, but I like to make them sound bigger by applying some kind of mid-side thing or whatever. But what I usually do is, and this is what I do for most of my drums, is I'll just take a sound like a piece of Foley or something and create a kick out of it. Yeah, I think it's this, which I guess this is just a Foley thing that just worked. I didn't really even do any processing to it, so yeah, I didn't do shit. It actually just worked out. But usually that's what I do. So but I mean, if you have Foley or something, then that's kind of kind of takes on the spatial characteristics of Foley then. Yeah, I mean, if you look at like another track that I have, let me see if I have Lorable here. Open file. Let me see if I can find it. Corn. Where's Lorable? Oxybeat, subtle, IDM. There it is. Okay, so I actually really like this project. This was kind of Lauren inspired. That's why it's called Lorable. I've got another project that I started called Lawnmower. Something that starts with L and is reminiscent. But if you look at these drums, the way that I designed them was to be just like stupid wide. But if you look at what I'm doing here, you'll see that I've got a lot of mid-side processing on this. This is going to be really loud, by the way, compared to that last track. Just so you know. But yeah, you can just listen. See how much bigger the drums are? And generally this is how I like to make my drums, just really fucking big. Yeah, so that's how I like to make my drums usually. Vegas has a huge dance scene. They have something on Fremont Street called First Friday, to where like all the clubs are open and people just like basically like club hop and go dance to whatever they're playing at the time. And then also at the gym I train at, that's where most of the Circus Soleil people go. And there's a lot of b-boys, a lot of salsa dancers, a lot of ballet dancers that do aerial. Yeah, just a ton. And there's so many dance studios out here, and we're all connected. I say we, I'm not part of any dance studio, but I coached for several a few years back. But dude, the dance scene is huge out here. I think that the music scene in particular though is not like, I'm not gonna sell out a show playing halftime. If I'm playing like deep house or something, people will eat that shit up. But most of it is either you're playing some kind of like hip hoppy thing that's like, you know, the greatest hits or whatever, or you're doing some kind of club, deep house, and that's the majority of what most people want to listen to. I don't even really know of any like EDM, quote unquote, like dubstep rhythm clubs or anything. But we don't really club either. I mean, I'm here. I'm on the computer all day. I'm just trying to do my own thing and make music to do my own movement too, if that makes sense. Flips and tricking and stuff. But yeah, I don't know. I am curious as to what Kyle is going to play tonight. He's probably going to play like yomp stuff, you know, or he likes to play like the mellow side of halftime, almost like more glitch hop stuff. So I'm curious as to how that's going to be, but I'm sure he's going to do great and kill it, and really happy for him. Woo, what's up? What up, Lex? I'm sorry, you're just catching the end of the stream. I apologize, but there's a few hours to look back on. But yeah, so with that being said, everybody, if you want to support the channel, alckemy.com. If you want to enter the DisTube Culture giveaway, go comment on the latest mix that I posted. Tell me what your favorite track is and type hashtag Arteria. Yeah, I've got some preset packs that I just released. I've got one that's coming out in the next couple days if you own Minimal Audio Current that I'll be doing a demo on when I have a chance to breathe. But other than that, guys, thanks so much, and thanks for hanging out with me while I finish up this tune. I just listened to Tipper for the first time recently. Yeah, Tipper is an experience, and a lot of people follow his footsteps, so a lot of stuff. Good deep house is underrated. I agree. I love deep house, but it's like all they play, so it's like fuck. But anyways, guys, thanks so much. Corey and I have a show to go to here in a bit, so I need to eat some dinner. But much love to you all, and I will see you all on Monday. Bye, guys. Bye. Bye-bye.